It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. The Galveston... Alexander Usyk.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red...
These two have certainly... Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Hey, those punches add up. Hook misses. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. He threw the hook, didn't land. Couldn't land that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Johnson in that last round. We've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunchers are the best.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
That jab misses. Nice counterpunch right up the middle. Johnson in that last. The bell rings and we start the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Punch, counter punch. Did you see that? The big Ukrainian in big trouble. And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. There's the bell for round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. That counter shot lands. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Punch output. Thought there would be some more action here, and they figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. About Johnson in that. And there's the bell for round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
With the hook. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. He's those are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagan and pickpocket them.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Defense is not an option for these two. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He misses with that jab. They better start respecting each other's punching power. And down goes Alexander Usyk. He knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
You're right, Todd.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Alexander. On to the 6th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming up? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very surprised.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain, man.
That jab won't score. Good counter punching. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice work to block that left uppercut. How about that time counter shot? They both want the knockout. You'd like to see more jabs. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Johnson in that last round. And there's the bell for round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Nice exchange here from both men. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Nice job getting that punch through. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Johnson in that. Round 8, and we're off again. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Solid punch. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
A shot from the gun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
This can be so frustrating. You're such a fast fighter.
I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
We enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. A pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That...